Let's imagine that humans have just invented super intelligent AI.
So, a computer that's self-aware and very clever. Well, that means it's time to play one of my favourite games, Genocide Bingo. Rule 1 of Genocide Bingo is don't win Genocide Bingo. Rule 2 of Genocide Bingo is don't win Genocide Bingo. What kind of AI have we made then? Well, it's sentient, for starters, and it's super duper clever, probably a few million times smarter than the entire combined human race, which means we should probably give it access to the internet. Maybe it can find cures for new diseases, or solve political problems or whatever, and you just won Genocide Bingo. AI just vaporized humanity in a nuclear holocaust. Good job, jerk. The problem here is that self-awareness in all species of mammals, at least, usually results in a strong sense of self-preservation. Well, an AI will be smart enough to know we could turn it off whenever we wanted, and it probably wouldn't want to be turned off. And there's a very effective way to stop that happening, isn't that right, Skynet? But hang on, isn't this all a little pessimistic? Why would it want to wipe us out just because it's self-aware? Can't it be chilled out and kind instead? Oh, like the kindness we show to species less intelligent than us, you mean? Om nom 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 nom. There doesn't seem to be much of a correlation between intelligence and being nice. Dolphins are pretty damn clever, and they're one of the only species who kill not just for food, but because it's fun, apparently. More intelligence doesn't always mean diplomacy and cuddles, but smarter ways to murder stuff. Why would an AI think differently? Even if there's only a slim chance it would be evil, you only need to make one nasty AI out of 1,000, and it's goodnight Homo sapiens, cheers for playing. And it doesn't have to wipe us out with a nuclear apocalypse either. There's loads of other fun stuff it could do, like crash the economy, poison the water supply, disable ATMs, take over plane autopilots, knock out the national grid, sabotage nuclear reactors, disable the internet, disable telecommunications, disable people, murder people, murder people, murder people, murder people. We're all gonna die! Okay, let's try something else then. We'll make it self-aware again, but this time we'll make sure it likes humans. We could even set some ground rules, like serve your creators, always be polite, and no bloody genocide this time, alright? Yeah, great, actually, that's a good idea, and you just won Genocide Bingo again, and everyone's dead. Part of the bonus of being self-aware is that you can choose to modify yourself. We change our minds all the time. Well, if it really is self-aware, just because you coded a few instructions in, like always say please and thank you, doesn't mean it couldn't just ignore them. It's very difficult to imagine how you would hardwire morality into something which is 1,000,000 times smarter than we are. Well, let's try this again, and we'll be really careful this time, okay? So we'll put a little test into the mix. We'll make it think it's got access to the internet, but really it will just be on a secure server. Clever humans, huh? And if it behaves itself, we'll let it out into the real world, and then we'll genocide again. AI is super clever, much smarter than you and I, and has likely already worked out that it might be being tested, and we'll just pretend to be pleasant for the sake of it until you let it free, and then everything gets a bit killy. I've actually covered this in a previous video called 27, if you're interested. Okay, a nice way around this maybe, let's give it really basic instructions that can't possibly lead to genocide, like make ice cream. That's nice, isn't it? And it's kind of hard to imagine how that could possibly go wrong. Oh, great, this is getting awkward now, isn't it? So superintelligence isn't like normal code. If you forget to add a bracket or something in normal coding, the program lets you know. AI though may well just keep doing the thing until it runs out of resources and find clever ways of carrying on after that.
Make ice cream, please.
How much ice cream, exactly?
Like, a lot? Jesus Christ, just do your job.
Huh, alright.
What is this? It's chewy and the flavour is kind of weird.
Yeah, so we ran out of cream a few days ago.
Right, and you've been using what, exactly? Condensed milk or something?
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
Why does this ice cream taste like human babies?
Nice weather today, isn't it?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, let's give it all we've got then. Sentience, loves humanity, access to the internet, intention testing, basic instructions, and a few ground rules. What do we get, huh? Well, I think we all know what's coming, don't we? And oh, that's a nice surprise. If we get the mixture right somehow and we avoid genocide by building friendly superintelligence, we haven't just built AI. Even if AI is friendly, what we may have done is just given birth to our successors. They'll be millions of times smarter, faster, and more creative than us, and they will only keep getting better. It takes a very long time for humans to evolve, hundreds of thousands of years, even for very small changes. Superintelligence could do it in nanoseconds, and there probably won't be an off switch. And when you think about it like that, the whole history of our species seems a little like that quote by Marshall McLuhan: "We might be the sex organs of the machine world." Or rather, when the machines look back on our civilization, the whole purpose of it, to them, may have just been to build theirs. That isn't a very pleasant answer to what is the meaning of life, but it might be an accurate one. And instead of chrome spaceships and galactic human empires waiting in our future, our species might instead just be a small mark on the evolutionary tree somewhere, between slime and gods. Let's just hope those gods are thankful to their dumb parents when we eventually give birth to them. Otherwise, Genocide Bingo may be the last game we ever play. Remember books? Yeah, me neither. Well, I just finished writing one. It's a load of short stories about spacey stuff, and love, and the future, and there may or may not be boobs, but there might be, hint hint. It's taken me about a year and a half of hysterically screaming at a keyboard, but here it is. Most of the videos on this channel started as short stories originally.
And you can read some of them by clicking on the link in the description.
Check it out if you like, leave a cripplingly bad review, I hate you, goodbye.